thank you for having me. Just by way of introduction, my name is Ryan DeWeese. I'm the CEO of Spotsylvania Regional Medical Center. I was asked to tell a little bit about my leadership journey and then tell you a little bit about something that we all know, and that's COVID, and what it's done to our facility, and kind of how we've not only survived it, but I think we're thriving on the back end of it. And so just a little bit about me. I've been with HCA. HCA is the parent organization of Spotsylvania. We're headquartered out of Nashville, Tennessee. I've been with HCA for 11 years. Started my career up at Reston Hospital Center up in Northern Virginia. Then I transitioned to Chippenham Johnson Willis Hospitals in Richmond. Brace yourself, I've been around a little bit. And then I went to Frankfort Regional Medical Center in Frankfort, Kentucky. And then I had the very unique opportunity to come here to Spotsylvania for the first time as the Chief Operating Officer. And then spent about 2 years here and went to Florida. I was in Ocala, Florida for about 2 years, and now I am back. But this is a community that my family, we know, we love, and we're here to stay. Virginia is my home, so I'm grateful to be here. But wow, what do I even say about COVID? Where do I start? It has absolutely ravaged many of our lives, both personally and professionally. At the peak of our census at Spotsylvania, well, let me rewind a little bit. So I started COVID here in Virginia, and then I lived COVID in the state of Florida. And now coming back, we're still living it to a certain degree. But we're in a much better place than we were. I think the technology has gotten better, the care has gotten better. We've become more adept at dealing with it. And I hesitate to say it's just part of our lives now, but it is. It's become part of our lives, and if we don't adapt, if we don't innovate, and we don't figure out how to deal with this and integrate it into our lives while providing the great care to our patients, then shame on us. And so I think that we've done just a tremendous job. But at our peak at Spotsylvania, 133-bed hospital, about half of our hospital was full of COVID patients. So what's been really fascinating throughout the COVID surges, and I think we're on surge 4, 5. I'm not being facetious. I mean, that's truly what it is. It's depending on the surge, depending on the strain, and I'm not a physician by background, so I'm not even going to try to impersonate a doctor, but it has hit different areas of the hospital differently. And so the first surge, that's where you saw ICU get hit really hard. Second surge, that's when it hit the med-surg department, so that's the medical surgical areas. Now the most recent surge that we're facing is in the emergency room. So a lot of you, if you've come to an emergency room maybe 3 to 4 years ago, you would come in, you'd be treated very efficiently, very effectively. You're still treated very efficiently, very effectively. But you're not accustomed to seeing patients in the hallway, right? So the care and the delivery model is a little bit different because of the sheer volume of patients that we're taking care of. But where we were in the upper 50s, this morning we have 4 patients in-house, so it's still very real, but it's much improved. And so staffing, we're certainly not immune to that. I think the only difference between my colleagues up here and myself is when we're short, we don't have the ability to close, right? And I'm not saying that they have the ability to close either, right? But it's a little bit different. We're 24/7, 365, and we are still faced with staffing our hospital. And so very pleased to report that as of the month of August, year to date, we've had 174 offers accepted at our organization. 77 of those were nurses. So yeah, I think and so I've only been here for 7 months, right? So that is no credit to me. I'm very fortunate. I've got some of my team here. Team, if you could just raise your hands. These are our heroes right here. So I want to give all the credit to them. But then I think, so that's our biggest challenge, but I think our biggest opportunity, this community is growing. This community is growing at a tremendous pace, and we have to grow with it. We have to continue to invest in this community, and we are. So by evidence, we've got a freestanding emergency room that will be opening in early 2023 off Route 3 Plank Road, 8 miles from our hospital. Yes, very excited about that. If you drive by it, if you know where Royal Farms is on Route 3, that big steel structure, that'll be our freestanding emergency room. So very excited to have that launched. BetterMed, the urgent care system that most of you probably know and love, is now part of the HCA family. So that's a 12-campus system, 8 in Richmond, 2 in Charlotte, but 2 up here. 1 in South Point, 1 off Plank Road. That's part of the HCA family here. as well. And then last week, we were just informed that we were, 5 minutes. 2 more minutes. My team will tell you this all day. Sorry, but 2 more minutes. We were just informed last week that our Electrophysiology Suite, so that's one of our cath lab special procedures rooms, we're funded $1.3 million to upgrade that room. So in a time where healthcare facilities are figuring out where to trim, we're going all in. And so we are figuring out where do we invest. So as others are reeling it back in, we're going full tilt because that's what our community needs. That's what our community deserves. And I was told that I can expect a lot of tough questions, so I'm ready for those, but I've used my time. So thank you very much.